evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Town of Cedar Lake Plan Commission public meeting of today, September 17th, 2025. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Here.
Mr. Parker?
Here.
Mr. Carnahan?
Here.
Mr. Swick?
Here.
Mr. Hunley is absent. Mr. Wolfgang?
Here.
Mr. Cora?
Present.
Mr. Sherry?
Here.
Mr. Austin?
Present.
Mr. Eldridge?
Present.
Mr. Conley?
Here.
Mr. Kubiak?
Here.
Ms. Hyden is present.
Okay, minutes for May 21st, 2025, public meeting. Those were distributed. If you have no corrections, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Parker to approve.
Second it.
Second by Mr. Swick. Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wolfgang?
Yes.
Mr. Kapora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Old business, Pinecrest, PUD, zone map, amendatory ordinance number 1473 and PUD developmental agreement, original approval was September 20th, 2023. Owner, Pinecrest Incorporated, care of Visslaw, 12632 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner Nathan D. Viss, 12632 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Vicinity of 8504 West 146th Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana.
Mr. President,
Yes.
may I? I have some comments on this item.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
This item's on your agenda because it needs some cleanup in terms of dates and items contained within the ordinance. This is a project that began in 2023. It was prosecuted during the course of the year. It ended in an approval action from a recommendation by the Plan Commission to the Town Council and adoption of the ordinance. This is a PUD ordinance, and it required some additional documentation be appended, notably the legal description, the survey or subdivision plat, site plan, and the development agreement. Those were all approved. They were processed, we thought, but they did not get completed. What we discovered in August of 2025 was that the ordinance had not been processed to and through completion of signatures and the blanks that needed to be filled in for dates and the signature page on one item, and that these were important enough to request your consideration of correcting these items so that the recordation can occur and everybody has the same dates. You might ask, why is this important? It's important because in Article 9 of your zoning ordinance, there are requirements for completion, timelines involved, all of which are important for both developer, property owner, entity, and for our offices, our planning department, etc. There's not a real explanation for why this ordinance was not processed in January of 2024, but it wasn't. I have documents from the planning department here that show an approval action of January 2nd, 2024. That's the date I worked off of for understanding what happened in this explanation. And finally, I think it was August 16th of this year, we were copied on a completed, executed document. However, the blanks were then discovered, which complete the document prior to recordation. So I'm prepared to show you the 7 areas that have space holders. You were copied, the department was copied. Tim, do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Jerry's
if I
got
could,
it here on the iPad.
yeah, okay, so
They have a copy on their iPads up there.
good.
We're looking at 7 items.
I have 7 items, and I'll give them to you by page. The signature page on ordinance 1473 should be dated and completed as January 2, 2024. Exhibit C, the development agreement, page 1, date of January 2nd, 2024, needs to be updated to August 6th, 2025. That's the important item for the developer property owner, as that ticks the clock starting for the 18-month period of time required to undertake and commence the project. That obviously is important to us to monitor as well as to the developer for compliance. Third item, Exhibit C, development agreement, page 2, the date of January 2nd, 2024, needs to be updated to August 6th, 2025. The Exhibit C, development agreement, page 6, has a date of January 2nd, 2024, needs to be updated to August 6th, 2025. Exhibit D with design standards and covenants, page 3, section 16. Date and information needs to be filled in. Those are blanks or space holders. Number 6, bullet 6, Exhibit D, design standards and covenants, page 5, section 1.12, plat information needs to be filled in as a space holder. And final item is Exhibit D, design standards and covenants, page 15. The signature page needs to be executed by the petitioner, which is, as we understand it from that document, Pinecrest Marina entity. Those are the 7 items. We recommend that you send to the town council a certification, favorable certification to correct and or complete the ordinance that has been adopted already through process, but which was not completed for recordation. And that would be my recommendation.
So our motion should be to,
Acknowledge these points
okay,
and certify a recommendation to the town council that it correct the ordinance to address those items.
you got all that.
Mm-hmm.
You got all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I need to go through, the rest that's on the agenda here, the town engineer, and
Unless they want to dive in and start explaining space holders, no.
Luke, do you have anything to add?
No.
No? Planning? No? Go ahead.
Mr. Ostian, number 5 and 6, we have all those details?
We do. If we don't, we'll get them from building department or...
I mean, what was approved a long time ago?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the property owner will not lose any benefit of approval by the way this is being presented.
Okay, any other discussion? If not, then I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we make a favorable request of the town council. We request that they give a favorable, we want to give a favorable certification regarding the Pinecrest Marina ordinance number 1473 and the updated items shown in the packet, 7 of them. I think that's it.
All right, I have a motion by Mr. Wilkie to send favorable to the town council on this matter. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Becker.
Mr.
No further
President,
discussion?
Mr. President,
Yes.
One last thing, attorney for the project is here. I don't know if Nathan has any comments. You might want to ask him that.
Okay. I'll open up, public comment on this matter. If there's anybody here who wants to make a public comment in reference to this.
So I think he wanted you to see if Nathan wanted to say something.
And he shook his head no.
Oh, okay. So I don't see public comment on here, but...
No, he was telling me, I understand, never mind. All right,
You're
we're
good.
done.
You're good.
Right? We're good?
You're good. You got a motion.
We need a roll call.
Roll call.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wolfgang?
Yes.
Mr. Caparo?
Yes, motion carries 6-0.
Thank you.
Oh, next one. Number 2, Montessori Woods, extension of preliminary plat. Owner, New Century Development, 2036 West 81st Avenue South, Suite B, Maryville, Indiana, 46410. Petitioner, Oak Top Homes, 8051 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Vicinity of 9727 West 129th Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting 1-year extension of preliminary plat for Montessori Woods Phase 3. Good evening.
Good evening, Kevin Pasco of Old Top Homes, 8051 Wicker Avenue, St. John, Indiana. I'm here tonight to seek a 1-year extension of our primary plat for Monastery Woods Phase 3. This phase was for 87 units on 80-foot R2 lots and would complete the remaining portion of the Monastery Woods subdivision on the north side of the project. As I mentioned 2 weeks ago, this was initially approved at the September 20th, 2023 meeting and was extended for 1 year at the September 18th, 2024 meeting, but was then put on hold due to the development moratorium. We intend on completing the project hopefully in the near future, but until that time we will be requesting an extension on the primary plat just to keep it active. The date of the new expiration would be September 20th, 2026. And with that, I'd be glad to take any questions or comments that you may have.
Okay, we pretty much went over everything at the work session here, but Luke, do you have anything to add? No?
Nothing to add.
Planning?
We're good.
They're good. Commissioners, any discussion?
What was the end date?
September 20th, 2026.
Okay.
If no further discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the 1-year extension.
I'll second it.
A motion to approve by Mr. Parker, seconded by Mr. Wilkeny. Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wolfgang?
Yes.
Mr. Caparo?
Yes, motion carries 6-0.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 3, Colbert Site Plan, owner CWK Properties, Cedar Lake LLC, 7949 West 79th Street, Bridgeville, Illinois. Petitioner Steve Colbert, 828 Davis Street, Evanston, Illinois, 60201, vicinity of 10833 West 133rd Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Final site plan approval for Jet's Pizza and Wingstop. Good evening.
Good evening, Commissioners, and we're here to request our final site plan approval. I believe that we met the requirements. Our engineer has given us a conditional approval based on our last submission. We're ready to go.
Luke?
Yeah, he's right. I actually issued a comment letter yesterday, September 16th. They pretty much did everything we asked them to do. A couple minor comments on the photometrics. And that's why, as Steve mentioned, we recommend a conditional approval, just contingent on them addressing them. They're on the 5-yard line, they just got to get in the end zone, and I'm sure they will, just some minor stuff.
Football season.
You're good with your the underground storage arrangement?
Yeah, the underground storage is good. They needed to do some additional geotechnical investigation to make sure that all worked out. They did that. We're comfortable with it. So that all checks out.
What was the hang-up with the photometrics?
They had some just discrepancies more than anything with foundation details and pole heights, but the lighting levels and everything were there. It was just a matter of making everything consistent. So in my mind, no wholesale changes to the lighting, just,
But
correcting some discrepancies.
these are dark sky, zero trespass kind of things?
Sure, yeah, they're the full cutoff lighting, so there's no glare for the outside. At the property boundaries, we're not getting any
Okay.
lighting, so, yeah, that part of it all checks out. It's really some of the finer details that were, inconsistent, so,
All right.
I just believe we're down to the ratio, is what it is.
yeah, and
Okay, planning, have anything?
Yeah, I looked it over, there were several things, and it all related to photometrics, and again, they were just tweaking it, what they needed to do. So it appears to be clean from that point on, it's just down to just tweaking the photometrics.
So we'll include Luke's letter of September 16, 2025 in the motion, and that should cover what your tweaks are and what have you, okay? Commissioners, have any discussion?
No, the only thing is that, I'd like to see Christopher B. Burke's letter of September 16th added into the minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that.
It's in the file, yeah.
Sure, okay. If there's no further discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve final site plan approval for Jets Pizza and Wingstop.
Second. Second.
Well, based on Chris B. Burke's, letter and contingencies for September 16th.
I believe it was a review number 5 along that date, so.
December 16, 2025, review number 5. Motion made by Mr. Becker, seconded by Mr. Carnahan. No discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swett?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkins?
Yes.
Mr. Caprock?
Yes, motion carries 6-0.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Number 4, Hanover Central High School, waiver of requirements request, owner Hanover Central High School, 0120 West 133rd Avenue, Sea Lake, Indiana. Petitioner Aaron Reynolds, Aaron Hart, 530 East Ohio Street, Suite G, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204. City of 10120 West 133rd Avenue, Sea Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting waiver for required volume and freeboard between the 100-year HWL and top of berm. Detention pond. Please state your name and
Paul Dorowski with the Skillman Corporation, 264 Felix Hill Drive. Yeah.
Tracy Hansel, President of Trustee.
Okay, Luke, do you want to, any comments or?
you want, maybe just a recap of the...
Please.
Yeah, this is, one of the detention basins on the high school property. It's the southwest basin, just, along 133rd, just south of one of the baseball fields, the very southwest one. When they did their as-built surveys, they were slightly deficient in the volume that they needed. It was about 3%. And then the freeboard between the high water level and the overflow is supposed to be 1 foot. They were at 0.7 feet. So they were slightly deficient on volume and then also that freeboard height. Don wrote an email saying we had no objections to it. They were kind of negligible deficiencies. I agree with that, and that's kind of in a nutshell why we're here.
Okay. Planning, anything?
I'm gonna go off the engineer's recommendations from both Don Oliphant and Luke, so I think we're good.
Okay. Commissioners have any discussion?
I have a question for Luke. Luke, you weren't sitting over here, but when this was approved, everything was good. Why is it not good now?
I'm sorry, you're talking about the approval for the...
I'm talking about the approval that's creating this situation. Everything was looked at, everything was engineered, and now we have a problem. Do you have any idea where the problem came from?
So, This is a discrepancy between the design that was approved and what physically got constructed in the field.
Oh, okay, all right.
The design was correct, construction was a tad off.
Correct.
So what was physically there was not considered as it was physically.
What was designed wasn't built exactly according to the plan.
In your best estimate, what's it gonna cost to fix this?
The request is for a waiver.
Yeah.
At the last meeting, didn't you state it was like a fourth of an inch across, and then we stated those?
It's probably scraping less than an inch over the bottom of the basin. It's about a 1 acre basin, so, yeah, one inch over
Retention
that.
pond that's normally dry.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we vetted that pretty good at the work session
I'm just concerned that we approve things, and that's been a sensitive area for floods. It's finally corrected, and now we're wavering on a capacity at the north end of the property.
This is at the very southwest corner of the property. This is,
Well, the pond starts on the north end.
there's multiple ponds out on this site. All of them.
I'm sorry, we're over on the west side.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
here on the.
next to the parking lot.
Yeah, in the
by the ball
southwest
fields.
corner of the ball field
Yeah.
is where this
Along
pond in question is.
133rd.
And if you don't mind, the freeboard, we tried to get up as high as possible. Unfortunately, there are, brick columns along 133rd there. So if we were to keep going up to that 1 foot, we would be covering the brick columns.
Well,
That's why we stepped back, we reviewed that with Don. He agreed that we had, you know, if we went up to 1 foot, we'd be covering up these columns, so that's kind of why we pulled back on it.
Well, I understand, but that's a planning problem on your end, not on our end, and not on the school's end. So to scrape the bottom of that small pond, what's your best guess?
10 grand.
I have no more questions.
Any other discussion? If not, then I'll entertain a motion. Anybody wanna make a motion?
I'll make a motion to grant the waiver for the required volume and freeboard between the 100-year high water level and top berm in the detention pond.
I have a motion, made by Mr. Parker to approve the request,
I'll second it.
seconded by Mr. Carnahan. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wolfing?
No.
Mr. Capora?
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
5-1.
5-1. Thank you. Number 5, NIPSCO, Cedar Lake Mobile Substation Stormwater and Erosion Control Plan, Site Plan Approval. For petitioner, Northern Public Service Company, 801 East 86th Avenue, Maryville, Indiana, 46410, vicinity of 6816 West 133rd Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting site plan approval. Hi, name
Thanks
and
for having
address,
me. Basil Schmernoff, 801 East 86th Avenue, Maryville, Indiana.
Okay, Luke, do you have any comments, or?
No, just reminders more than anything. The engineering all checked out. They do need waivers for one lot subdivision, the aggregate building pad, and stormwater detention. They're not putting in any stormwater detention. They're putting in a couple rain gardens, though.
Right.
So 3 waivers.
Planning Department?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Lou, what was the third one? I got, one lot subdivision and detention.
Aggregate building pad.
Okay, correct, yeah.
Any discussion by the commissioners?
Do you have a letter regarding this, Luke, with a date?
Yes, let's see if I,
Yeah, it was August 27th.
Thank you.
What's the reasoning behind no stormwater detention?
they're basically putting in, as much stormwater management as they can in the footprint of their little, property. And, they're putting in rain gardens, which sort of, is, in our opinion, an equivalent substitute for detention, just more natural. So we thought that that was a good substitute, and that's why we have no problem with that waiver.
Great, thank you.
Is there anybody gonna, keep an eye on the rain gardens? Make sure they're done properly?
Yeah, so there's an operation and maintenance manual that goes along with every stormwater permit that we issue, and so that's tied to the
Yep.
permit and to the property, and obviously the owner has those obligations to maintain the rain gardens just like they would a detention basin, a storm sewer, et cetera.
Any other discussion?
And this is basically just to have a mobile station to put in there in case the other station breaks down, so we don't have the community losing power.
That's part of it, definitely for reliability, but the other part is we are updating the transformer in the existing substation, and in order to do that, everybody would be out of power if we were to take that transformer offline. So by pre-planning and having this set up in advance, you should notice no disruption to any.
Being proactive.
Yes. But it is something that we are working through NIPSCO footprint wide about having these contingency plans so that we do have the availability for reliability to our customers. So this is not a one-off by any situation. We are increasing the size of a lot of substations to be able to have this so that we can increase our footprint.
And the generator does not sit there all the time, it
Correct.
just be pulled in as needed.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be, yeah, okay.
No, we only have a set number of mobile substation units, so the projects are broken up years in advance on which one will be able to accept the mobile substation unit for that period of time.
And
Any more discussion?
as I stated in the past, I don't want to have the same sort of situation that we had with water becoming a problem. I don't want electric to become a problem for
Sure.
a community.
I'll make a motion to approve the site plan for the mobile substation
I'll second it.
August 22nd.
to be contingent on the letter of August 22nd. 27th, I'm sorry.
Motion for approval by Mr. Parker, do I have a second?
I second it.
Second by Mr. Carnahan. No further discussion, roll call.
Including waivers, Greg?
They're in the letter.
In the letter, yeah.
They are.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swift?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Kapara?
Yes, motion carries 6-0, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Number 6, UCOM, recommendation to the town council, the petitioner to vacate public right-of-way or public place in the town of Cedar Lake. Owner Nick Yukon, 13043 Polk Street, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner Adam M. Sporden, 337 West 806 North Cedar Lake, Indiana. Cindy, 13043 Polk Street, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting a favorable recommendation to the town council for petition petition to vacate public right-of-way or public place in the town of Cedar Lake.
Good evening, Mr.
Hi.
Chairman, members of the commission. Attorney Adam Sworn here on behalf of the property owner. I know we've talked about this a lot, but you now have in front of you officially the petition for vacation that we're seeking a favorable recommendation. And when we were here 2 weeks ago for the work study session, we confirmed that all that we're doing now is vacating the 2.75-foot existing footpath, and then the reciprocal portion, the triangular portion of the north portion of Polk Street that goes up to that 2.7 feet. There's no longer any pursuit of the park area, the triangle, that we still didn't get any clarity really on other than some older documents. And so my client is just proceeding on the things that are in the town's right of way, the town has control on. And unless you got any other questions on anything that's transpired since the last meeting, I don't have any further updates. Thank you.
Okay, anything, Luke?
Nothing from me.
Okay. Plan commission, plan commission. You know, you.
Yeah, it looks to be in order. Again, he is not touching that triangular shaped park area. I think that was a point of contention, and they have backed off on that, and maybe rightfully so. And I think it appears to be in order, subject to your guys' approval.
Commissioners?
Yeah, I got a question. Did the association, do they own that, or did they get notified? Or-
They do not own it. This is all town-owned property that we're discussing. The park piece that we're not pursuing was the area of contention and issue because of the HOA ownership problem dating back over 100 years ago.
Cause I thought they were supposed to get association approval or something for it.
Only on the park, on the park piece, the triangular park piece, which has been removed.
Cause I thought we discussed that yesterday.
Yeah, we discussed it, but this portion is a public way.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Becker, the first portion is 2.7 feet. That's public, it's owned by the town. And this triangular piece up here, that's public right away, that's part of Polk Street. That park piece that you're concerned about is over here. And the very first application and discussion we had with staff and with you all, that's that green area there, that's the park. That's not even before you, that's on the table.
Does that answer your question, or?
Yeah, well, I thought we sent documents for it, but I don't know, you don't has the documents from Meyer Manor, so that's up to you.
Yes, Tim?
I just want to be clear that in the discussions 2 weeks ago that we were talking about replacing that storm water drains that run through Mr. Yukon's property and putting them in that 10-foot easement that is just to the north of Lot 16. And then also installing a 6-foot sidewalk and landscaping or mulch or landscape stone down that path for beautification entrance into the park, kind of for a trade-off for giving up the 2.7 feet. That was kind of what was talked about over the last several meetings, instead of putting another little 2.7 feet over. That wasn't good for anything to improve that park access that was there, and, as kind of a trade for the vacation of the 2.7 feet.
You just want that in the record, or you want that in the motion?
Well, I kind of feel like that's part of the deal, so I think it should be in the motion. Or part of the, that would seem like what everybody agreed on, so I just want to make sure that there's some kind of a clear, I know everybody went back and forth on the width of the sidewalk and the mulch or the stone. The drainage is kind of a no-brainer. That's going to be a 12-inch pipe to town standards to catch the water and get it diverted through.
Are his comments still in the agreement, you're agreeing to that?
Yes, whether it's 6 feet, 10 feet, whatever the engineer designs for stormwater, working with Tim, we don't care, we're good with it. So if you want to do it subject to Tim and Luke getting us something that we say we're good with.
And I had Nick give me a plan for the stormwater, I just have to have Luke look at it, but I do have that. So it's a 12-inch pipe, just as I asked for. Removing the existing catch basin, taking it to the department, and that way it'll be on town property accessible and be out of the middle of through where it is now. The question that was asked was the width of the sidewalk, and then whether it was gonna be 6, 8, 10 feet, and then what was gonna be, you know, the whole 10-foot. I mean, he's prepared to beautify that 10-foot strip. So, if you guys want to leave that up to him, or if you want to specify, that's up to you guys.
Well, I thought from listening to you last, 2 weeks ago, that it's gonna be 6 foot with mulch on both sides.
Yeah,
That's what I remember.
that's what we said, and then somebody said something about it, I think the parks people said something about upkeeping the mulch, so I didn't know if you wanted stone instead of mulch, landscape stone, but I don't know that it matters.
I think the mulch, I think we leave it that, so we discussed what everybody was kind of in tune to. So
I'm fine with saying
6 foot
whatever.
wide with,
Just clarity.
mulch on both sides. And we can include that, the 12-inch drain pipe and installation of 12-inch drain pipe and 6-foot sidewalk with mulch on both sides.
As part of your recommendation, you should do that.
Anything else?
Thank you.
I had a
Go ahead.
The HOA, known as Meyer Manor, is this their only way to get to the lake now? Or is it just at the dead-end streets?
We just bought a piece of property that conveys everyone to the lake. Did you tear that house down yet? You're gonna tear it down though, correct? The deal's closed, right?
Sounded like, yeah.
Where's this house at?
Oak Street.
It's one house, see lot 7, see lot 16, and then
Lot
it's on lot
16?
14. There's one house in between that 10-foot strip
Okay,
and the house that they bought, is a 35-foot by,
so that's gonna convey everybody in that neighborhood.
There's 2 entrances now. There'll be an entrance replacing the 2.5 foot that is 10 feet wide,
Right.
plus, what's that, the width of that lot, 40 feet or something?
35 feet is lot 14, and then that 10-foot entrance will be able to go straight through to the park and to the lake. And then,
Okay,
and then there's also the, yeah, I mean, the 2.7 lake is a pretty, yeah, I mean,
so how do we know the park's always gonna be a park?
how do we know?
I mean, there were
How do we know?
talks of otherwise.
I mean,
I mean, is there some way to lock that park down so the HOA will always have
There
that
is,
access to the lake?
there is. Covenants can be recorded, running with the land, instrument or document right away, access, I mean, call it what you will.
So it's an amendment to all the HOA owners?
Can't answer that, I haven't seen the title work.
That's not just an HOA, I mean, are you talking about Potawatomi Park?
Yeah.
Potawatomi Park is a public park,
Okay.
so anybody from anywhere can access that park, and now there is legitimate ingress, egress to the park.
But at one time, it may not have been a totally public park. That's what I'm at, that's what I'm concerned about.
I don't know that to be the case, but at the end of the day, this is about the right of way.
Okay.
yeah, there's still, I mean, there's still the ends of those roads, 131st, 132nd, which are 15 or 20 foot all the way to the lake, the fire lane roads, but, I mean, this is a pretty, and again, they started out with putting that 2.7 feet over to the other side, which is, I mean, what do you do when you get there? There's no, I mean, I guess you could run and jump in the lake. I don't know.
Well, I think cleaning this up is great, I think this plan is great, but the devil's always in the details. And in 60 years, when somebody's looking through this muddled mess of documentation, because the park may not want to be a park anymore, those property owners need to have some kind of security built into this. It's their park. Park they get to use.
technically right now, they all have lake access
Yeah,
with that 2.7.
yeah.
Well, that would be,
This
I mean, if the.
This is more access.
This is more access, but it's access just to the park.
Right.
But like what you were saying, just a couple years ago, there was a developer in here who was gonna take, there was the designs, we all seen the designs. You know, and if they took that away, then you're taking away lake access.
Your comments are all accurate, but I don't know what it has to do with this vacation.
I just wanna make sure we don't take away their lake access.
Well, their access will be better now. However, I mean, their access is gonna be better now. We can put a boat lift out there, they can put a, you know, they have all kinds of access to the water now that they didn't have before. Okay.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion if there's no further discussion.
I'm gonna see if I can get this right. I'm gonna make a motion to send a favorable recommendation to the town council to vacate the public right of way, contingent on the building department and the engineer coming up with a suitable plan for the 10-foot replacement easement. Is that a good motion?
It is a good motion. 2.7. That detail should be retained also.
The 2.7 feet, to send a favorable recommendation to 2.7 feet contingent on the building department and engineering coming up with a suitable plan for the 10-foot replacement.
And stormwater.
And stormwater.
Yes.
That's my motion.
I'll second that.
A motion by Mr. Parker, seconded by Mr. Wilkeny. No further discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
No.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Yes.
Mr. Kapura?
Yes, motion carries 5-1.
Thank you, everyone.
Number 7, Textaco Inc. Textaco INLLC waiver from site plan, new business chapter 17. Owner petitioner, Textaco INLLC, Juan Pablo Davila, 4925 North O'Connor Road, Suite 200, 4925 North Irving, Texas, 75062. Vicinity of 13300 Lincoln Plaza Way, number 1, Cedar Lake, Indiana.
Good evening, Joshua Kingery, 1714 Stonegate Drive, Montgomery, Illinois. We're here to get final approval to start working on the site where the old people has been sent. So it looks like we have about 20 feet. I know that was something that we discussed in the last meeting. We didn't want any more than the old pizza hut, so we're keeping that exactly the same understanding.
Okay, I couldn't get my pages apart fast enough, so the rest of what I was supposed to read is petitioner is requesting a waiver from the site plan for a new business, Old Pizza Hut building. Basically, everything's staying the same, you just can change some signage, and then you're gonna move in and start selling tacos, right?
That's it.
That's it. Anybody got any comments? Engineer, plan, building?
Everything's the same, Terry?
They're staying with the same footprint that Pizza Hut had,
Okay.
and they reduced their seating from original submittal, which was 33, down to 20.
Okay.
Okay, if there's no further discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Mr. Becker to approve, seconded by Mr. Wilkeny. No further discussion, roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker? Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Yes.
Mr. Kapura?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Update items, Rose Garden Estates, Unit 1, performance letter credit, the amount of $6,067,696.25 to expire on October 10th, 2025. Hi.
Good evening, Mr. President, fellow board members. For the record, and those that may not know me, my name is Todd Clevin. I am the Vice President of Land for Lennar Homes. Our offices reside at 1700 East Gulf Road, Suite 11, Schaumburg, Illinois. And I'm a Lake County Crown Point resident residing at 250 East 123rd Place. I was in front of you on August 20th with great passion, sympathy, and spirit of cooperation to mend any hard feelings that took place over the last several years, and my guarantee that we're going to close out Rose Garden to your expectations. I was not at the September 3rd meeting, which took place 14 days after that meeting, but I did have the opportunity to watch it, and I sent everybody an email, I believe, in this room. I think there was a misunderstanding. Again, it was a very passionate meeting, and we asked for 90 days to comply with the inspections and do our best to get it turned over. We had a lot of staff in the audience at that time, and I looked at the land development manager, and he said I'd be done in 7 days, and that's where the 7 days came from. It was not mentioned that we would be wrapped up in 7 days, but we did have that inspection request within 7 days, actually exactly 7 days on August 27th. On August 28th, Luke Sherry did respond, thank you, Luke, indicating that there is another punch list out there from Seabell that I was unaware of. That evening I was speaking to the punch list that was handed to me, that was Public Works. Nonetheless, we did have a meeting with Seabell, our engineer, Mackey Consultants, Mr. McSherry, who's standing with me, and myself. That meeting took place on September 4th, the day after that meeting. And we went through that list pretty much line item by line item, and we feel that we can still satisfy that list within the same 90 days. The miscommunication, I think, or the misunderstanding here is the two separate punch lists and the Public Works inspection as well as the Seabell inspection. Mr. Kubiak, who's been very responsive to myself, we had a great conversation this morning. We had a gentleman from Schaumburg drive down and meet your staff out on site today to go over any loose ends and to schedule that specific Public Works inspection. With that, we also agreed to take on any costs that are related to these additional inspections, more specifically related to Seabell. So Lennar will pay every cost that's associated with them revisiting the site, and it is still our goal, and I believe that we feel we still can complete the 90-day promise window. So with that, we're here to answer any questions that you may have, and as you're well aware, Mr. McSherry is next to me, and we'll answer any questions as well. Thank you very much.
Before you step away, there was discussion about not doing a 1-year extension, and I don't think anybody's comfortable with going a year at a time on this anymore.
So the way
and you said 90 days.
The way we understood it was our promise, and we're going to try to achieve everything to meet that 90 days. The letter of credit, the institutional letter of credit, is being renewed for 1 year, but that does not necessarily mean that you can't pull it after a certain amount of time that you decide to pull it on. And right now, we feel that timeline is
Mr. Clement, you know we don't want to pull it.
I don't want you to pull it either, it's a big one.
But
that, I'm sorry I didn't open up with that. That letter of credit will be in your hands, I think, October, prior to the next meeting.
You need to let Mr. Parker continue there.
We need to review this more often than just giving a year extension and working down to the year again, because it's just happened too many times. So would a 6-month extension work for you?
Again, we are gonna work, yeah, absolutely, yes, it will.
And then all you gotta do is come back in here in 6 months, and if you need another extension and you guys have made some desirable headway, then I don't think there's gonna be a problem with getting another extension. But just extending these things for a year and getting down to the end, to the wire, and not much happening to get through these punch lists, and just don't, and it's no offense to you, I feel like that you're genuine and concerned about getting this corrected. But this has been going on a long time. So just for some clarity and some security for the planning commission, I think we need to see you in here at least every 6 months on these punch lists. If you can get it done in 90 days, we'd be thrilled. But if it goes past 90 days and you need an additional 90 days, I don't think anybody has a problem with that, but we're gonna wanna hear about it in 6 months rather than a year.
If I may, I mean, that's a standard term for renewal for that. I don't believe there's a way that we can renew it for 6 months. It's already in process for renewal for 1 year.
Well, the only way we would try to pull it in 6 months is if you guys just thumbed your nose at us and said and didn't do anything.
I understand that.
That's the discussion I'm having tonight.
Well, I understand that, and I think that, we were very clear with that passionate meeting, that we are still moving. Everybody on our team is moving to have this wrapped up in 90 days. And having it for a 1 year period does not preclude you. I understand that is not the intention, that's not what you want to do, but we have made the commitment that we will be here at every meeting. So we can have a discussion on this for every meeting.
I understand what you're saying, and I also understand that it's hard to staff and get competency. It's harder right now than it ever has been before. I know you certainly probably have challenges with that. But again, we just can't get down to a year and have these punch lists over and over again a year at a time. I mean, this has gone on for a long time, so, and I believe you wanna be proactive, and I believe you're gonna be, but we just gotta get to a point where we're getting some serious movement on this.
I thought the punch list was getting very short.
I don't want to speak for Mr. Kubiak, but he was on site with our staff today. I heard on our side, sounded like a very positive meeting, but do you have any color on it?
What's the punch list looking like?
They're getting there. They got a local contractor now, R&R, out there fixing the last couple water valves. And going through that list, we went over the fence post items that were brought up here. We went through the front yards and found a couple of them. So Dennis was out there with a sledgehammer, searching, looking for them. He was gonna get the picture of where the rest of the fences were, get with you guys to make sure where they were and get those. I mean, there's definitely there was one right next to the driveway that a little barefoot kid could have freaking gashed their foot open. I mean, it was a sharp piece of that metal post sticking up, which you brought up, I believe. So we did find some of them, which was awesome, and he's aware of what they were. R&R's out there. I talked to Dennis about what Todd brought up about the re-inspection. So Luke was supposed to come up with a number for them. So it took about 3 days, according to those guys, to walk that whole subdivision, paint out all the curbs and concrete and sidewalk. They did that in 10, 11 months ago, and that's been the whole a lot of the irritation with everybody is that they asked for these inspections because they were ready to get it taken care of and switch it, and then we did all the inspections, and then it kind of fell off the face of the earth for 10 months, and then they came back and just wanted to, is this good, are we good, and nobody feels comfortable because the list was old. They want, like I said, they're narrowed down the public works list pretty close, and I know that Luke was gonna be, I don't know if you got a number, or, they did agree to pay, kind of push the reset button, redo the inspections, pay for them, because obviously our 3% inspection fee covers us taking care of that, to get the thing done, but since it kind of got done and didn't get utilized, they're willing to kind of basically reset, redo it, get a new list. That way when they come in there and fix all that stuff, there's not like, we just fixed this and now there's another thing right next to it, which 100% sense, it's the right way to do it.
Well, a current list is good. How many things are on the list, Luke?
Our list is probably 40 to 50 items, I would say.
And your list has how many items?
Outstanding list, there was 8 more valves, 8 more water valves, there was a couple manholes need to be, it's getting down.
How much concrete needs to be still poured or redone?
A lot.
And do you have Christopher B.
That's why we want it,
Do you have Christopher B. Burke's list?
We threw that list in the garbage. The old list from 10 months ago, we're gonna reestablish a list now and start over, because it's the best way.
Because too much
I
time
mean,
is passed.
if we let them do what was on the original list, we're gonna come back and do a whole nother list, and it's
Start
gonna
over.
create a whole circle jerk. So we're just gonna pretend like they never called in for inspection. We're gonna.
So what,
You're gonna get it current, in other words.
Here I made for that list, for the previous sidewalk repairs, we spent an awful lot of money replacing the sidewalk from that original list. The stuff that we have identified is good.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. When is this concrete work gonna be completed?
As soon as we have confirmation from Christopher Burke that everybody's in agreement with this list, we can get started. We've already got contractors lined up and waiting for us to be able to say go. And even with all the substantial concrete that is work that has to be done, we're still pushing to have that done within that 90-day window that we committed to at that meeting.
Okay, Greg, you said it every 6 months. Means you want Todd back every 6 months?
If he's willing.
Yeah, okay, well, I just want to get straight, because we still want to talk to, Mr. McFerry, once a month.
Yes.
Yes, I don't want to get that confused.
I will be here every month, and the meetings that are not every month, I will be here on Zoom.
Yeah. We do, you guys were very adamant about 90 days extension a couple meetings ago. And you did say 7 days, but nobody up here took that with a grain of salt, because, we took it with a grain of salt because we knew you weren't gonna finish in 7 days. So, well, you keep saying that we thought, 7 days, well, we didn't. We knew 90 days. And it doesn't sound like you're gonna be done in 90 days.
I have faith in that we will.
Yeah, I have some doubts about it right now, knowing that he's got 40 or 50 punch list items that you apparently didn't know about. And then Tim's gonna generate a new one, or.
They go fast though on that. A lot of those things are sidewalk, one here, one there, one there, so.
Sure, but still, a number of 40 is a large number.
For sure.
4 is a small number,
If I may, Mr. President, look, you got so much
So-
going on.
so,
Just bill
with
us
the
out.
letter-
You don't have to bid that out, just bill us out, like you normally would.
We already have our ballpark in mind. We think it'll take us 4 days to do, 1 day per unit of inspections, another day to do our usual photographs, location map, letters. So it's like a $5,000 extra, I'd call it, give or take.
That include lunch at the Lighthouse?
5,500.
And that'll put us right back to a current list for them, a current list for all of us to work with, and it seems like we hashed it out, and it seems like a best solution to get this wrapped up.
It's like starting day one right now, go there.
7, 8.
We're gonna have a letter of credit that's good for, a letter of credit that's good for 1 year, which is good. We're gonna say,
Oh, it's November
probably
1st.
6 months, you guys will be done, if not sooner. You've got a little leeway if you have to run over it, but we don't wanna see that. We need this completed. And we've said that many a time, and you guys have stood up here saying, we wanna complete it too. So I think we're going in the right direction.
So, Mr. Austin, this $6 million and some cents is gonna be extended for a year. That's what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Okay, so technically, legally, they have a year to finish all this stuff, right?
They do. But there is language in that surety that gives the town the right to be able to draw upon that if you deem that necessary at any time. You do not have to wait for that extent, you do not have to wait for that expiration.
You concur, Mr. Austin?
For 6 months, even though it says a year.
Have you seen this document, Dave?
6 months, no. It's inclusive of that.
We don't ask months.
So it's term of a year, it's an institutional, instrument, as I just heard.
Please give Mr. Austin that document, Mr. McSherry.
It's in process right now.
Okay.
We'll have it before the next meeting. We
don't have that document.
That's what I'm saying. Get it to the right people, yeah.
And like Mr. Parker said, we do not want to pull on your letter of credit, but be assured we will.
Understood.
It's because we don't want to, doesn't mean we won't. Okay. Any other discussion?
I won't be if it's October 1st, I won't be at that meeting, so.
Yes, you will.
Oh, no, I won't. I assure you I won't. So, just
guess that's when it's gonna get extended.
That'll be a recommendation to the town council.
Yes.
October 1st, that's a work session.
Yeah. So,
We're gonna have to have a, special session.
but can we approve something tonight, Dave?
What do you want to approve, Bob?
Pulling on it if we don't receive.
We don't have it.
Contingent on getting the letter of credit, approve it?
I just shouldn't see the letter in case,
Yeah, I agree with you.
I just shouldn't see the letter in case David has any corrections or something in there he's questioning. We can have a special meeting, as much as I hate them, we'll have a special meeting on October 1st and do what we have to do.
What's the deadline on that surety?
Huh?
What's the deadline on the surety?
Surety expires, so the surety that's going, that's delivered to you, it's the same one that you have in hand now, it's just gonna be renewed. And as you know, some of these securities, I'm not so sure about this one, they automatically renew with a window of 3 years, and municipality can't pull, I don't want to speak for you, Mr. Austin, but municipality can't pull that surety at any time for whatever reason that complies with the agreement. So I guess what Mr. Bashir is saying, so to your point, you can renew it, or you can accept it with a 6-month stipulation, but it can still be for 1 year.
Well, I won't advise them to give money back, we should keep it all.
There you go.
We're just getting the document that says we can.
Just as a point of order, you approved the last, PLOC for 90 days in the meeting, even though it was good for a year. But you did say that in the meeting, that was gonna be your
And I thought, we did approve that, didn't we?
Now, their intent, and that put us into November, so this is just a point of order. I think it was either November 11th or November 20th.
November 11th,
something like that. But anyway, their intent is to come before you, probably before that, and change this over to an M-LOC, to a maintenance. That's why they're doing all of this work, not to extend. And then that one will be good for 3 years.
But since there's a new list, that doesn't change any of that.
Good. No, it doesn't change that process.
Doesn't change the time period.
My concern is there's a list that Mr. Clevin didn't know about that still needs to be addressed. Which is,
The majority of that list, I think, is. But they had their meetings with Luke, and I'm sure Luke told them a majority of what was gonna be on there anyway.
I just wanna be fair, but I wanna get results as well. I appreciate that.
We're not going anywhere.
All right, so if we approve 90 days, is that what we have, or do we have to take action with a special meeting in October 1st?
We don't have a new document. I would wait till you get the new document. We will probably have to have a special session.
All right,
Or if you want to approve it now, I don't want to feel like I'm taking control, approve it now, subject on staff review of receiving it.
No, we're gonna wait. Did you get the letter to them?
Yes, sir.
You guys come back October 1st for a special meeting. See you then.
Sounds good.
Get them the letter.
As soon as I get it, you guys will have a copy of it.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much.
See you then. It's too confusing. Number 2, offshore estates, maintenance letter of credit in the amount of $33,388.38 to expire on October 20th, 2025. Good evening.
Good evening. Dave Carey, 14016, Fairbanks. About 3 weeks ago, I met with Luke and Tim out at the subdivision. I received 14 items that need to be repaired. I think about 80% through that list, so I don't see any reason by October everything will be done.
I seen your email today, and I also seen a letter from,
Mr. Goers.
Yeah, whatever his name is, I don't remember it, but, and he seemed to have concerns about what you did. I seen pictures he sent, I seen pictures you sent, they both had water in it.
Tim was on the site today, so maybe he can speak to that.
Yeah, I went out there with him, we got the grades are proper, there was a little low spot when he put the sod down, he's got it straightened out. Most of the way, it's still pretty muddy where basically the man wanted sod back in his yard, and that little bit of sod held a little bit of water, pretty minute. All the water is now flowing where it's supposed to flow, so there is a little bit of water running to the north down that swale now that previously was running back the other way towards the manhole. So the direction of water flow has changed, but that is the way that the plan was designed, and he was fine tuning it. I mean, there was there was two little spots. He had it peeled up, and I assure you, he's been out there for days with a rake and a level and a thing, and he's gonna make it, he's gonna have it draining properly, I have no doubt, so, it is, it's 90% there.
When is the final inspection, in your opinion? Week from now, 2 weeks from now?
October, a couple weeks.
Before this?
Ground freezes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever.
By the next time we get a rain, I'm sure we'll be able to, I'm sure that Mr. Goers will have if he has a picture of a puddle, he'll send it, but I'm sure we'll get out there and make sure there isn't any more, but,
okay.
It's close, it's really close, like, you can tell by the pictures that it was incidental, but if all the grass was there,
Well, both pictures were, to me, looked good.
Yeah.
But there was water in it, but.
There's a little hole and the grade is perfect.
What happens when it rains?
From side to side, and.
It's less than 3 inches in 2 spots that we have to bring the grade up. And another thing that kind of stopped the water flow, the gentleman on lot 3 who really is innocent of all this, and he didn't want seed and blanket there, he wanted sod, so I put sod in there. And to be honest with you, the sod slowed that flow of water, because it's a very minute slope there. So that sod being up a little bit and the seed and blanket on lot 2, that flow of water stopped at that side and kind of pooled right there.
Well, it sounds to me, and from seeing the pictures, that you're on top of this, so,
It will be done right.
And
I'm sure you'll get it done.
On another note, Mr. Dykema's site plan was grades were good also, so it's looking good over there.
Good.
Good.
Okay.
See you next
Sounds
month.
good. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Number 3, Lakeside. Unit 2, Block 1, proposed letter of credit in the amount of $605,505.40 to expire on November 15, 2025. Hi.
Good evening, Kevin Hunt on behalf of Schilling Development, representing the under Cedar Lake. We've been in contact with staff on Lakeside Unit 2, Block 1. We will be doing a 6-month extension of this letter of credit, and we're going to give that to the town. On a related note, we did ask town staff, and I believe town staff are in agreement with our request to put a final coat of asphalt on, even though we're not quite at 80% full build out. We'd like to do that before the winter hits. So their suggestion was to come in and request a waiver from the planning commission.
Request waiver, put the final coat on?
To put the final coat on, yes, before winter. Come spring, we anticipate being at 80%. The reason being, and I've gone over this with Jack Slager, I think Jack's spoken with at least Luke and potentially Mr. Conley. The putting on the surface asphalt helps strengthen the road, but also there's some issues, a little bit more in Oak Brook, but in Lakeside with pooling of water on the binder coat, and also because the binder coat sits slightly below the curb, it pools where the curb hits. So the other issue is that in the winter, when the streets are cleared by the plows, having the curb exposed potentially causes damage to those curbs. So because we're at approximately 78% building in Lakeside Unit 2, Block 1, we're asking Planning Commission for a waiver to get that asphalt coat down.
Is this the same as what we're doing on 129th? We're putting the final coat down, except for certain areas?
Yeah, but they had everything built out there. They had, like, one house or something, or...
Yeah, they did the same thing on, Lakeside Central or West, they.
Done it a few times, I think.
I mean Oak Brook, they're doing it, we're doing that in Oak Brook too, right?
Correct, they were right there at the same thing, so, you
Okay.
guys aren't turning it over to maintenance until the 80%, you're just doing the paving.
Correct, and we will be extending that, letter of credit for another
So-
6 months.
So essentially, they're just asking to put that final coat of asphalt on, their maintenance period's gonna start at the 80%, and then they'll still be, you know, I mean, they're just, like I said, they're trying to keep the curbs from getting chipped up. I mean, that does happen during obviously, when the curb's got an inch of sticking out from low, people bump into it and scrape, you know, then they're fixing that, so, I get it.
I think it's a
If
great,
there's any damage done to it, they will repair it.
I think it's a great idea.
Are you looking for that waiver tonight?
We would be asking for the waiver tonight only because we want to get it done, in October before the asphalt thing's
Yeah,
closed.
the
'Cause,
minute-
and then subsequent to this, I was asked to bring it up during public comment, but I'll do this for Oak Brook as well.
Mr. Hunt, can I ask you an unrelated question?
Sure.
You sure you don't mind me putting you on the spot?
Yes, that's fine.
How close are you guys to putting that water line in over on the east side?
Lakeside South,
Mm-hmm.
we still don't have, last discussion we had, I don't believe we came to an agreement on the-
Size? That's
all
still
the
an issue?
planning of the line. I'd have to confirm with Jack, but Jack's the one that, right now, we're not there.
I don't wanna put you further on the spot, I just, for my own information, I just wanted to ask about it tonight, because
Yep.
we'd like to get that moved.
And I'll talk to Jack when I see him tomorrow, and he can get in contact with the town.
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. President.
Before you do that, it's important that we get that in, because then we'll connect our well over there to Robin's Nest, and then we'll have fire suppression up there in our, fire station.
Understood, yeah, and obviously I think that's a conversation probably for Jack and Luke to have a little bit of what's gonna happen with that water line and how that's gonna work.
Okay.
Okay, back on subject.
I would like to, make a motion to amend the agenda, for Mr. Hunt regarding Lakeside and the waiver for final coat.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Wilkeny to amend the agenda to, grant a waiver for, Lakeside South to, is it Lakeside South?
No, it's
Lakeside.
Unit 2, Block 1.
Unit 2, Block 1, to put the final coat on all the streets?
Yes.
All the streets. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Becker. Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Yes.
Mr. Kokor?
Yes, motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. We do have, I can step up at public comment, but I think we're at that point now. I would ask for the same courtesy on Oak Brook Phase 2. We're not quite as far, but we're at 72.5% on Oak Brook.
I don't like just coming in here, should have been on the agenda.
We had reached out, and I'm not sure why it wasn't on the agenda. I know it.
I'm not sure why either, but.
Well,
Mr. Holmes had discussed this.
Because I think I was on the email chain, so I did see the communications. It appears that the town staff was comfortable with it, but after reviewing it some more, they said that's a plan commission decision. So they said, sure, but make that a plan commission decision. So the suggestion was to come during public comment period and do that.
The position we're in, unfortunately, because they're gonna run out of weather if they're planning on doing it.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah, I've been in that position myself many a time.
When do you plan on doing all this, surfacing? There's gotta be a date, 'cause you got a lot of it.
Well, there's probably have to line up both Lakeside and Oak Brook, depending on what the plan commission
And
does
what
tonight.
what is the preliminary date for that? I know it's not tomorrow.
No,
Is it next
no.
week? Is it
They
2
haven't
weeks?
lined up contractors because they didn't know what you guys would say. But they're prepared to do that. They do not want to wait until next month because then the weather, October 16th, 17th, next meeting, the weather, by the time they get the contractors lined up, the weather probably breaks. They won't be able to do it.
I went out to Railside's ribbon cutting last Wednesday, and they said that the paving company's 2 weeks behind, because they're waiting for paving.
Okay, so what's your decision on this, commissioners? You're gonna amend the agenda, or you're gonna tell them to come back?
I'll make a motion to amend the agenda and consider Oak Brook as well.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Parker to allow Oak Brook Phase 2 to lay the final coat on all the streets?
Yes.
Motion made by Mr. Parker, seconded by Mr. Wilkening. Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Caprow?
No. Motion carries 5-1.
I do appreciate it. I'll let Jack know, courtesy he was granted. Was that,
Please.
Well, we
was the
still have to
motion to
vote.
amend?
That was just an amend.
Okay.
It was all.
Was it a motion to amend and approve, or?
I took it as all of it, but
Oh, okay.
The first
Yeah.
motion created a bit of confusion. I thought you were only amending the agenda with the first.
Oh, we just made a motion to amend the agenda.
okay, I'll further make a motion to allow them to finish the top coat of asphalt in Oak Brook.
First of all, then if that's the case, then we need, we amended, for Lakeside, Unit 2, Block 1.
He included everything in his motion,
Okay.
the
So-
amendment and the approval.
So you're gonna do both of them?
Well, I thought that's what I did, but I didn't do it as well as Mr. Wilkening, so we're gonna need a second motion, and I just made it.
Okay.
Oak Brook Unit 2, what is it called for the record?
It's Oak Brook Phase 2.
Phase 2.
There's 2 phases of Oak Brook. This is the final phase.
And you're including, Lakeside in there too,
No,
and?
Lakeside's already done.
Yeah, but we only made a motion to amend the agenda.
No, you didn't motion. No, Bob, it's all covered.
He included, Mr. Wilkening included everything in his motion.
Okay.
I didn't do as
All
good a
right,
job.
that's what I thought, and I thought this did the same thing.
Negative. Well, I kinda thought so too, but evidently it wasn't enough. So, and I suppose I should make that clear. I make a motion to approve Oak Brook with, I don't know what phase it is, phase 2?
Phase 2.
Phase 2 to have the final coat of asphalt.
Motion made by Mr. Parker to
I'll second it.
put the final coat on Phase 2 on Oak
Phase
Brook,
2.
seconded by Mr. Wilkening.
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Caprow?
No. Motion carries 5-1.
Thank you. Mr. Hunt, please let,
I apologize for the confusion, by the way.
I've been confused all night, so it doesn't matter.
please let Mr. Halls know when we discuss these things at a work session. Make sure they get to the agenda.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Public comment. Do we have any public comment, please?
Mary Jo Dixon, 8711 West 132nd Place. I reside in Meyer Manor. It's the subdivision that came up today. I apologize for not being at your work session. I had surgery, but I just want to let you know that that 2.7 is a walkway to the lake. It's documented on this deed that's over 100 years old. It's also documented on this is a survey. It does not belong to the town, it belongs to the subdivision. So I just want you to make you aware of it, and the community, the neighbors were not notified of this. There was a swap done in 1988 where the residents were notified, and we did swap that 10-foot for the 10-foot that you're talking about right now. The residents were not notified, and we do own it. It's in all our deeds. So I just want to go on the record with that. I do agree with Tim, it'll be a nice cleanup for the situation that's down there, but it is lake access, it is a pathway, they're all listed in here. All those pieces of property, the triangles, the walkways, the boulevards, they all belong to us as the taxpayers of that subdivision. They're deeded back to us. So I just wanted to go on the record for that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it.
Name and address, please.
Margaret Shear, Rose Garden Estates, 10185 West 146th Avenue. I was here a month ago and expressed my concern about the city's involvement, town's involvement with Rose Garden Estates and with Lennar. They are working with me, trying to come to a remedy, one that I do not believe is appropriate. I would like to ask some questions if I may, and please pardon my naivete. I'm a retired English professor. I know nothing about construction and engineering other than what my father taught me as he served as a carpenter for 4 decades. When drawing plans are approved by the building commission, then the drawing plans are supposed to be held to that standard and those specs during construction, correct?
Yeah, if we approve plans, it should be followed.
Okay, so, based upon multiple inspections on my property, my entire slab is deficient. There is not a 4-inch gravel overlay over the soil, clay composite. It is missing a vapor barrier. It is not poured to 4-inch concrete depth in its entirety, nor is it reinforced. As far as I can guess, still looking at a 12-foot by 12-foot excavated hole in my home, hypothetically speaking, I would trust the entire slab would be deficient. Speaking with Mr. Glover, who was on site of my home during one of these inspections, he said he was remorseful, and obviously it's a one-off blunder. I'm not so sure about that. I'm asking again for intervention, suggestion, or advice from the Planning Commission of Cedar Lake to protect its residents of Rose Garden Estates. How can we get that taken care of? I cannot believe that I am the only person by which the subcontractor Glover and Sons made a mistake in construction of a brand new home. I appeal to you, please. Thank you.
Tim, do you know anything about what she's talking about?
Well, I do know that there was no vapor barrier under that floor. And I do know that when we do all of our inspections, we inspect underground, we inspect normally. We do not inspect the vapor barrier because of they're never pouring, you know, we inspect the underground stuff and then they come in and pour. So if you try to put the vapor barrier down, you can't inspect the plumbing. If you try to put the vapor barrier down and it's windy that night, it's in the next county. So normally they, you know, it's been practiced, and we're out there quite a lot, and, you know, everybody puts the vapor barrier down as they're pouring. I don't know, like she said, you could say that there's 1 missing, you could say that there's 10 missing, because we don't actually go and do just a vapor barrier inspection. So, a lot of those slats, I mean, they cut them out, and the stone is in there. I mean, if there's 3 inches of stone, 4 inches of stone, you know, we inspect, they dig out the plumbing, you can see that there's a stone base in there, and the forms, you know, everything is graded close, and again, you know, we have professional contractors out there working. We don't see we see a dug up infrastructure in the ground, they come back and do the final grade, disc screen and pour the floor. So, did it not get done here? Yes. I've never heard of it not getting it done again, but she had an oddball situation where, you know, her whole floor got broke out, and, I mean, the point is valid. Is there more that are missing? I can't say that there isn't, based on the process of the inspections. I mean.
Anybody from Lennar want to comment?
All right, Mr. President. Again, just for the record, I'll repeat my name, Todd Clement, Vice President of Land. For Lennar, address is on file from the previous petition.
Can you speak into the microphone, please, so we can hear you?
Sure, I'm sorry. We were proactive, and you can see on the screen that we have our Director of Customer Care in other words, with our warranty department, and his name is Brian Ludwig, and below Brian's name is Vince Ursetta, who is our division manager, and his previous position with Lennar was Brian's position. So we did ask them to be on the call this evening to address any of these concerns from the public comment. So if I may, I'd like to turn it over to Brian. Vince, if you can hear us, I'll let you guys go ahead and address the situation here at hand.
Hello? We can't hear you.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I apologize. I'm battling a chest cold, potential COVID symptoms. That's why I'm not in person this evening. So I do appreciate the opportunity to speak this evening. My name is Brian Ludwig. I'm the Director of Customer Care and Quality Assurance for the Chicago Division of Lennar. We have provided this year the documentation, the batch tickets from the concrete that has been poured. It does support that it is fiber reinforced mesh in the concrete. The subsoils underneath the slab are not granular stone, it is sand. So there is a substantial base underneath the slab. There is a engineered report that she has been provided along with Mr. Kubiak of the engineer's recommended fix for this specific area. We have also noted that we have at this point removed all of the flooring in the home. We have all intentions to replace the area that was removed starting as early as next week. We have a certified engineer that's approved the repair. It's going to be doweled in, repaired, and a topical vapor barrier installed over the entire slab throughout the entire home. We've had numerous inspections with numerous engineers. We have certified documentation providing the repairs, and we have essentially shared all of this information, held nothing back, and have everything which was laid out to Ms. Shear this afternoon with a full schedule to get these items addressed, taken care of, and have her back in her home in 3 weeks' time.
Tim, do you concur with what he said? Put like sand instead of...
Yeah, I mean, if there's sand, I haven't been out of this house, so, I mean, I'm not on every job, but sand is definitely considered structural backfill for a slab, so.
And then fiber is reinforcement. That's kind of the fiber they put in when it's winter time in the concrete?
No, it's fiberglass reinforcement, so that is the structural, that is reinforced concrete.
Instead of
versus
rebar.
wire, right, correct. It's unacceptable, I mean.
I guess, just to satisfy my feeble mind here, how do you get the vapor barrier in under the entire slab?
Topical vapor barrier, yeah.
Oh, topical.
So they're gonna repair the concrete and pin it in, and then they're gonna seal that concrete from above and then put the flooring down.
You mean like seal like urethane seal?
He called it a topical vapor barrier, I don't know exactly.
If I may, according to industry standards, there are two products that are viable for this kind of circumstance, but it's usually used for outdoor environment, not an interior setting such as the slab inside the home. My concern is if there are other deficiencies elsewhere within the concrete slab that is not going to be addressed because they're going to coat over it. And all they're going to do is just fix the hole that they're going to remedy what was excavated. But seeing what was excavated, we know that there are other deficiencies. The house was not constructed to the drawing plans. It's not following Indiana Residential Code. This is my problem. On a brand new home, what happens 12 years after my purchase date? And then there are defects that are exposed at that point because of this remedy that is temporary and short-term and no offense, much more economical than doing what should have been done to begin with. This is my concern as a homeowner. Thank you.
Was there any engineering or any exploration done on the rest of the floor or the rest of the house? I mean, there is some type of certification or...
Brian, do you want to answer that, or would you like me to?
Yes, absolutely. There has been numerous inspections on the home. It has been identified that the vapor barrier is assumed to be missing in the entire residence. That's why we've had the engineer approve the topical epoxy resin-based material to go over the top of the slab to take place of the vapor barrier that's missing underneath. The other areas that are in question that Mrs. Shear was concerned about is the granular fill material. We have sand underneath. That's not an issue. The fiber mesh in the concrete, the way the concrete was poured, that is not a typical slab design in that community. That slab is keyed in and sitting on frost walls with footings around the entire perimeter. At no point is this a structural defect. This is a one-off, like we said, unfortunate human error where the vapor barrier is missing. We have, again, secured a engineer's draft and report to find resolve to the area that's been excavated, pinned in place for new concrete, and then apply a topical vapor barrier over the entire balance of the slab in the home.
What was the cause of the 12 by 12 failure?
The 12 by 12 failure was an overcut. It started out as a crack that had some vertical displacement, and the vertical displacement caused a ridge in the flooring. When we inspected it, we pulled it up. Apparently what had happened is there was a repair done during construction due to an electrical underground wire that needed to be relocated. The repair failed. It failed twice. When we went back in, the objective was to go in, make a larger saw cut to remove the crack, remove the deficient repairs that were done prior, and pour in place. When we removed the old section of concrete, that's when it was identified by ourselves and Ms. Shear that the vapor barrier was non-existent, and that's what has led us to where we are today. Again, we've invited engineers into the property, we've reviewed everything, we've met every other requirement. The one requirement our contractor has fallen short on was the lack of vapor barrier that we're able to identify that is missing in the 12 by 12 area. We are doing a topical application over the entire property. We are pouring new concrete in the section that's missing. The reason, going back to the original question, I'm sorry, the 12 by 12 cutout was to make a larger area around the kitchen, in the kitchen area, the existing perimeter around the island, to make sure that we capture any potential areas where this floating compound was prior to, and any potential visual cracks that were in the floor. We were removing those sections to remedy that and bring it back to a flatness again.
So this started out as an electrical repair and turned into...
Like efficiency and construction.
Again, construction is one thing, and we all know it's one of the last things that human hands touch. Humans make mistakes. A miscalculation was made on the electrical underground location, which was, I believe, about a 3 to 4 inch mistake. The electrical line was relocated prior to closing. It came up, we addressed it twice. Unfortunately, the repairs failed. We went in this third time to make a repair and uncovered the concern with the vapor barrier, and that's what led us to where we are today.
Mr. Ludwig, these are licensed engineers, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and they provide some kind of timeline of assurance for these repairs?
Yes. I have sent the document, I can send it again, I'm more than happy to send it out to you.
Well, just make sure the homeowner knows, what kind of warranties on these repairs, please.
Yes, and this year has been made aware, I verbally, indicated this last week that, there is going to be an extended warranty on this repair that is forwarded on to her once this repair is complete.
She needs more than a verbal, thing,
No,
she needs
look-
something in writing.
Absolutely, it'll be provided in writing, it'll be documented.
Ma'am, unfortunately, what you have is a civil matter, and the plan commission can't hold anybody responsible for a civil matter. Am I speaking out of school, Mr. Ross?
No, that's exactly right.
It's certainly something that we need to be made aware of.
I thank you for your time and the engagement that you've offered. And a warning, don't be surprised if you have other residents with similar problems. But thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other public comment? Any other public comment? Nobody online? Last call, public comment is closed. We're adjourned.